Damn, brother, you came prepared as well. We have mics there, mics there. I
Always,
love
bro.
that kind of stuff.
Always. I'm constantly traveling all the time for work.
Where was the
anyway,
last time you
so-
traveled? When are you ever in Utah?
Shit, I was in Florida. Shit, I went to go pick up my Tesla from Utah. That's
Which
crazy.
Tesla did you have?
A Model 3, 2019.
Yes, I have Model 3 as well. 2020 red one. What color is yours?
Ooh, white. I had a.
Is it
I had a.
the white interior?
No, black. No, I couldn't do the white interior. Hell no, not my kids. Hell no. I can see scratches. I can see.
So
All
matter of
types
fact, we
of-
drove with his BMW from the Utah side. I was gonna drive with mine over here, but I'm like, I can't do these stops, especially when I want to try. It's the long trip that it does, but I just prefer it, man.
What's the longest you've taken your Tesla?
Oh, 2 weeks ago was it? Where was I? North Dakota.
Yeah.
I always travel from Utah, California, Idaho, California. So it's usually like a 14-hour normal travel.
Yep.
Which becomes like super long and way long in the winter, but it's usually around like those states. So the furthest I would say is North Dakota,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's the furthest it's been from one side to the other. North Dakota, California. What
You
about
said
you?
that's 14 hours?
No, North Dakota. North Dakota, Idaho is 14 hours.
Damn.
Yeah.
That just sounds cold. Everything about that sounds cold. Like, hell no, thank you. I'm from the East Coast, so I don't.
Which part?
Ohio, Cincinnati.
Okay.
I'm sick of that. I got sick of
We
that
spoke
shit.
about that actually. I remember you now. I just
Yeah.
remembered.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
I
looking
got
at
tired of
weather
that
today.
shit. You said what?
We're looking at the weather today, so like here was like 70, Rexburg 35.
It was 80. It was 80 degrees when I looked at my thermometer.
Oh man, yeah.
It was like 80 something outside. And then in Ohio, my daughter just had a recital in Ohio. It was like 20 snow on the ground.
Thanks so much.
So
bro.
yeah, no thank you. I ain't got hell no.
Yeah, I didn't know that
I came to the West Coast for a reason, my boy.
yeah.
I don't want no part of that shit. I don't see Utah. Good luck to you, my boy. I can't do it. Hell no. Kelvin from Maryland. Did he tell you he was from Maryland?
Yeah, he's from Maryland, born in Cameroon and stuff, and
Yeah. Got sick of that cold shit. Hell no. I can't do it, bro. I did 30 years in Ohio. 30 years. Bone chilling. You know, you live in Utah. You know how cold it gets.
yeah,
man.
and we think
We talking waking up in the morning, defrosting your car, like I gotta scrape the ice off my windshield.
Dude.
Like, I ain't got time for that
it's
shit.
so bad. It's crazy bad, man. It's crazy bad.
Super crazy. Like I'm cool. I'm not dealing with none of that shit. Is this metal? No, this ain't metal.
Test 1, 2,
I'ma
3.
clip it.
Matthew Cone.
Test microphone.
You don't have to lean into it. Just sit
Be
back,
good,
just
good.
relax yourself. Yeah. And go ahead and look at KG real quick and talk.
Test 1, 2, 3. Cone's graphics in the building. You know it is.
All right, sounds good. Look good. And I'm sorry. Tell me your name one more time.
Matthew.
Matthew. Hey, Matthew. Go ahead and look at KG real quick and just talk.
Mic test. What's up? What's today's date? Is it Wednesday?
Gosh, Wednesday 19th.
12/19.
Sounds good to me.
It's the 19th for 8. What is it? 19 for 18. 18. It's 18th of the month and it's 80 degrees outside in
Oh, it's
Arizona.
18th today.
Alrighty. And
What, you forget something?
No, I just remember. I'm doing 18, 19, 20. I'm doing interviews. Bang, bang, bang. I'm
Yeah.
going to be in
How many
Arizona.
interviews by the time you get done with everything?
I think 10.
Sheesh.
10.
Are you doing like once a week for your content or what?
So I'm going to be doing 2 a week from next week.
2 a week?
2 a week.
Why are you doing 2 a week?
No. 2 a week is because I have some stuff I haven't released like for this year that I'm gonna release. But the ones that we're doing right now
Yeah.
are gonna be releasing in January, like 1 a week. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? So like these next 2 weeks before we hit January, I'm gonna just be releasing because I'm so far behind with like my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And it's stuff I did like in Utah, Idaho, and so forth. But like by the time this thing is released, it'll be like 1 a week because people are more receptive to 1 a week. But I'm so far behind. I'm trying to build anticipation with that as well.
So is it 2 interviews a week? Or is it 2 different types of YouTube videos?
2 different types of YouTube
Good.
videos.
That's how I do so I do 2 videos a week on YouTube every week. One is typically a podcast that I have with my girlfriend, and then another one is like some type of educational content
Whenever you guys
or
ready.
some type of
Hey, Matthew, do you want me to put that mic on his
nah, it's
Okay.
good. No.
I mean, if you want this audio, I can send you that as well.
No, it's good. It's good.
Alright. I'm rolling whenever you guys are.
All right.
What was I about to say? Yeah, two times a week. One is the podcast that I usually have with my girlfriend, and one is some type of educational content or some type of vlog content. So that way you mixing it up during the week, and then you can keep it consistent too. So that way, not every single week that your audience is gonna see a podcast, because this shit
Exactly.
get boring. Like nobody wants to see a fucking podcast like every single week
Yeah.
all the time. Like unless it's
I
some
mean, even
juicy stuff.
you're right, because I realize that people are also more receptive by having something different. So like by doing that, I'm gonna start like a little finance thing, especially with how the economy is going like right now. Just me just talking kind of thing with a podcast included to that. But it's something that it's in the works.
Hell yeah! Can somebody let me know when it's 4:00? Cause I got 20 minutes. Yep, we're gonna have to cut this. We got 20 minutes.
So you want to be done by 4, or you want to
Yep.
be done by?
Hard stop at 4:00.
Okay.
That's cool. Easy, knock it out.
20 minutes. Go.
Awesome
Want to do your
stuff.
intro?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do
Right.
it. Don't worry about it. Right.
Hey, we here in Scottsdale. We here in Scottsdale.
I
We here.
love that.
We in Scottsdale. We here in
Yeah.
Scottsdale. We here in
Awesome.
Scottsdale.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Code to Winning, insights you need today to seize the world tomorrow. Today we have an amazing guest, a friend that I actually met earlier this year here in Scottsdale, Arizona. He goes by the name of Matthew Cohn. He's a videographer, an editor, consultant, and the CEO and owner of Cohn's Graphics. Without further ado, our special guest and an absolute stud and entrepreneur, Matthew Cohn.
Bomb drop. Let's go.
Awesome
Fire
stuff, man.
introduction.
How you
Love
doing,
that.
brother?
Absolutely amazing.
Best
man.
intro so far?
Man, listen, I was talking to, that's crazy, I was talking to Kelvin right before he had left the house, because he was at the house filming some content before he came here, and I was just telling him.
You guys stay together?
No, so I do work for him. I film for him
Okay.
and film for the business and stuff like that, and edit for the business. But we was just talking about he was doing Bible study coming up today or something like that, and I was just like, dude, we're super blessed. Like, this is the end of 2025. Like, business is booming. Like, I came outside and it was 80 degrees out. Like, you can't ask for nothing better than what we're doing. Like, we were working, but it's not like really working.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were coming up with content ideas and filming. And he was like, man, I can't believe this is what I do for a living. I'm just like, cinema. Like, this is I wake up and get to do this for a living. It's a blessing.
That, man. I love that.
Hell yeah.
Hey, man, I want to know a bit about you, like your upbringing as well. I know, like personally, like I've known when you shared like where you're from and so forth as well. But I want to figure out, before you started in this field, you're very successful. You've connected with some of the big top entrepreneurs. You have your own business as well. But like, there's always a story behind everyone's success, and I want to know exactly like when you started off, like in Ohio, how did you end up in this field?
Hell yeah. I will always go back to me coming out my mom's vagina. Like, I've been a creative since then. Like, since the day I was born. And I remember super vividly, like, when I was like in, do you remember how old are you? I'm dead serious.
Bro, you threw me off,
I'm
man.
dead serious. R.I.P. moms, but man, I'm dead serious.
Yo, bro. What was the question? Oh my god.
You asked me
I'm
where
30.
my-
I'm 32.
You're 32, so you were my age. So you remember Power Rangers,
Yes,
you remember
sir.
Zords and stuff like that. Like, I was in kindergarten, like, drawing, like, all that shit. Like, the Power Rangers, like, the all the cartoons we used to watch on Saturday mornings, the Dragon Ball Z shit. Like, I was the kid in the corner, like, with my pencils and stuff. And that's when I knew, like, I was always going to be different from everybody else. Like, growing up and what other people's interests were and stuff like that. People would go play basketball and stuff like that. Now I'm inside drawing, like, or I'm trying to figure out, like, some ideas for some shit that I want to create. Like, I was that guy. Like, you're 32, so remember Yu-Gi-Oh? The Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Pokemon,
All
Dragon
that
Ball
shit.
Z, Power
Bro.
Rangers, all that kind of stuff.
I made a 3D model of the fucking, what's the thing that Yu-Gi-Oh had?
I don't know. Believe in the heart
The
of the
card
Omnitrix
loaders?
No, that's not Omnitrix, was something else.
He had the card loader. It was like it popped out that Kaiba made, and he put the cards on there. I made a 3D model of that. Like, I colored it, like, took the details from the cartoon and everything. That's when I knew I was psycho. Like, I was like, something wrong with me. But I always was like that growing up. Like, I always separated myself when I was in high school. I even started that's where the beginning of my entrepreneur, like, mindset came from. Because I grew up around drug dealers. Like, I didn't grow up around nobody clocking into a 9 to 5, nobody going to talk to a boss because I got to take a bathroom break. No, motherfuckers was on the corner selling. They didn't have to clock in to nobody. They made up their own time. They made their own money. I remember this super vividly. They would go take my bike, and they would give me money for using my bike because they had to go make a trip, and they would come back. And every time they used my bike to make some money, I would get some money off of that. So I'm like 10, 11, 12, looking and learning from this, I'm like, why would I ever go work for somebody? It just never made no sense when I could just go make my money on my own. That wasn't the legal way to do it, but we knew there was a way to make money. And I've always had that mindset since I was a kid. So that was a little bit of my entrepreneurship journey. But as far as like professionally, where I started at was when I started working at a bank when I was in my 20s. So I don't know about you, but I didn't have a parent that was like giving me like financial literacy. Like we didn't learn that growing up in the household. My journey of financial literacy was real life. I worked at a bank, working in the financial industry for almost 5 years. So I was at Fifth Third Bank. I was a
Fifth Third. That's one of
Fifth
my
Third-
first banks, and I had it when I was
East,
in Georgia.
East Coast, baby. Shout out to the
East-
East Coast. Shout out
exactly.
to Ohio. But that was one of the first banking industry jobs that I had got. So I came from sales. So I've always been a seller. I've always been in sales. That sales have always been a part of my life. But I didn't realize that I was in sales until like I got older, and I was like, oh shit, I was in sales this whole entire time. But going back to that financial literacy, I learned about credit, learned about loans, learned about credit cards, learned about equity, learned about mortgages, all that shit that you would suspect your parents to be teaching you, but now I actually learned that in real life dealing with real people. So I went from the call center, selling stuff, then I went to the financial bank. So you coming in, you see every time you walk into a bank, you know the guy that had on the suit, like he was coming to talk to me. Like motherfuckers was coming there like, who is this guy? But then when they sat down with me and like heard me talk, they was like, oh, I see why you in the banking center. But then when I realized the older I got, the amount of years that I spent in the banking industry, it wasn't about helping people out. They were concerned about sales. They were concerned about how many credit card applications you put out. They were concerned about opening up bank accounts, but they weren't really concerned about actually helping people. And that's when I noticed my transition from being a 9 to 5 to, oh, I need to actually start my own business so I can actually help people.
I love that.
Because you're not, at the end of the day, if you love what you're doing, you're not selling nothing to anybody. You're just helping somebody change their lives, right?
Okay.
So when I was in the bank and I was just like, I kept having these meetings with the manager and stuff like this. I was like, yo, we're not helping anybody out. We got all these people coming into the bank and we either turning them down for a loan or they either cashing a check or we starting out with these business folks, but we're not actually really helping anybody out. So towards my tenure with my financial industry, like experience I had, I started working with business owners. So I'm having all these business owners come into my branch or my office, and I'm seeing millions of dollars in their account. And you know, and you start when you're young and you like, man, damn, I wish I had some of that money. How do I get some of that money? But then you like realize like, damn, they actually working towards a goal and working towards a business outside of their 9 to 5 that has
100%.
nothing to do with
Exactly.
they 9 to 5 checks that they getting in. They have a dream and a goal that they want to accomplish, and they had to put in hours and work in order to achieve that goal.
I love that.
So I was like, well, damn. I had a come to Jesus moment. My friend was in my kitchen. I was on my iPad. I was cooking
You're
up.
still in Ohio, right?
Still in Ohio. I'm on my iPad. I'm drawing stuff. And he was like, man, you wasting your God-given talent. And what's that saying? Like you know the day your life changed and something else. But that was the day where I was like, ah, fuck. Like that was my come to Jesus moment. I'm really sitting here wasting my talent and I'm not doing nothing with it. So I literally started my business the next day and it's been 6 years.
Wow, powerful, man. And so when you started your business, one of the key and most important factors I've realized, especially considering this year and also like the past few years, it's important to have like the right mentorship and get the right coaches and so forth as well. You started your business. Was there somebody like that you had that was helping you in the process and still in doing that? Because I know you said you never really had that much financial literacy, like given from your parents. So were there mentors out there that were like kind of like carrying your hand or helping you, or you just like went straight for it by yourself?
I think more so the world was my mentorship.
Okay.
Like real life experiences was my mentorship. Like all those business owners coming inside the branch, like I was taking notes when we had conversations. So I was learning about an EIN, a business bank account, learning your taxes, learning how to hire people. I was indirectly but directly learning all this business information by just simply having people come into my office and talk to me about their business. And that's super helpful is when you can learn something from a conversation with somebody you've never had before and actually take that information and get better in the future for yourself. Like that's next level shit.
Love that so much. And one of the things I did love when I first met you, you were already in an industry with some of the most successful people in that specific industry. You have a wide variety of connections. people don't fully understand the importance of networking. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're obviously one handshake away from a completely different lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And the more you continue to grow your network, the more your net worth ends up growing as well.
Mm-hmm.
How has networking impacted the success that you've had currently in your field?
I think that's super duper important, and I don't think we take that necessarily into effect as people. You start networking as early as kindergarten, elementary. Now, kids in today's society, they have the opportunity to start with social media networking early, as soon as possible. They can build their audience super early as us. We're building it as adults instead of starting in college or starting it when you're super, super duper early. And when you build that network of people, the people that you stay close to and stay connected with, they're going to be an influence on how you act and how you perceive things is super duper important. So whether that's money, jobs, career, your lifestyle, like whatever you do, that network of people is going to dictate how you move forward throughout life.
I love that. I love that. One of the things I want to talk about, man, I love the entrepreneurial side of things. You're just like a hustler. You just go out there, you continue going for your goals, nothing's stopping you. I mean, earlier off camera, we spoke about like a big business decision you did for yourself when you had to like cut something out in order to focus on you. How hard is it sometimes when people are very complacent in their jobs? Well, why don't they take that next step in like investing in their own self and literally pursuing their own dreams? Why do people like feel complacent in that?
So two things: the complacency. I think the complacency comes from ideal perspectives, and what I mean by that is I might look at something, my view, and your view of the same thing might be two completely different things. And the reason why you call complacency is within your head is because your perspective just simply hasn't changed. Now, the next step is getting over that hump is that action takers. The reason why we're not action takers is because something super duper heavy hasn't happened in your life yet that needs to happen. And we're talking a death, you going damn near broke, somebody calling you out by your name. You haven't been that impacted. Somebody hasn't poked you enough to where you need to be like, oh fuck, I gotta change. That's it. That's what usually happens with human beings. Until you're like super, super, super offset by something happening to your life, that person that's on the other side of the wall is gonna keep chirping at you. But you might not ever do nothing because you haven't been poked enough to actually make that change. And again, it's usually you go super duper broke, then you start making a change. You fucked around and you got with the wrong partner, incidentally having a baby like that. It's got to be serious life changes in order for that light bulb to switch in people's heads.
Oh man, that's powerful. That's powerful. The topic I love the most, and I think because of our generation, and the education exposure we have, not necessarily just school, but just like real life, of course, but also there's just everything is out there in order for us to actually like see it as well, whether it's books, whether it's mentors, whether it's this thing as well. Everything is out there that we can access. There's something that really did bother me though when I first came here and I started looking at the statistics and the amount of generational wealth that's not really being prepared by like African Americans or even people of African descent. And I think it's shifting, but why do you think it's been that trajectory for so long?
I think more importantly, it's it can be anybody. It don't even have to be black. It can be white. It's just proper education and action taken. Throughout the country's history, if you look at the beginning of our education system and the reason why we started education with, was it John D. Rockefeller or whatever the fuck his name was, he did that because people were fucking stupid. And if we don't continue to educate ourselves on all playing levels, especially early within our education system, we're never going to know that advanced step in order to actually achieve lifelong progress and lifelong goals with having generational money. Because the kids right now, kids right now are going to school and they're not learning about none of that shit. They're learning about shit that they don't need. They're put and projected into careers that they don't need, that has nothing to do with generational money. If we was able to learn that and have that education at a young age with all races, it would be so much different. But even then, it's like, if we had the education, how many people would actually act on it? So it's like, it's a double-edged sword. It's like, it's the education is the problem and the action takers is the problem, because most of the time your action takers are the top 1%. in any field, any industry, within any race. And how hard is it to get the top 1% to do some shit?
100%, man, 100%. And I think the blueprints is already there for those people that are successful. And like when you were taking notes over there, you seeing these massive accounts, you indirectly interviewing people by trying to like get more information. And I think the first step is getting out your comfort zone, because at the end of the day, everyone is willing to give you the steps they became successful. Obviously, either you gotta pay to get coached by them, or you can just make it time, like what you did right now, getting this educational like podcast for people out there that are either gonna be entrepreneurs or in the videographer space and media space as well. So I think it's very important people to know that not sometimes being uncomfortable is important. Get comfortable in being uncomfortable. Get out your comfort zone is one of the most important traits that we can do today, because if you do so, you end up developing a habit of winning and learning and growing at the same time. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, do you know why people don't like being uncomfortable?
I want to know why.
Because they like being comfortable. As simple as that. Like, when I give you a prime example, like, I've been very consistent going to the gym with my girlfriend, and I told her, like, look, like, I've been being super, super shitty with going to the gym. I don't like waking up going to the gym. Sometimes I don't even like waking up early, but I know that's something I have to get done, especially if we are involved in our relationship, right? And the other morning, I just simply just didn't want to get up. Like, I was so comfortable. Like, my bed was so warm. Like, my blankets were so nice. Like, I literally just didn't want to move. But we have to, you got to talk yourself into getting out of that comfort zone in order to knock down that wall. Because most of the time, the work, the success or the end goal that we're looking for is simply in the work that we're not doing. That's all that is.
Awesome stuff. I want to just, as we wrap up, I know you're on crunch time right now. Sorry we started late. I want to just ask two very important questions. Looking back at your situation, or like the environment that you were in Ohio compared to where you're at right now, what would you give advice to your younger self, knowing what you know now?
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, what would I tell myself? I don't think I would tell myself anything directly that would affect like my decisions, because I love the way my decisions was made, and I love the way my life is now because of I always knew what I was going to do. But I would literally tell myself, just trust your intuition even more than you already have now.
Powerful.
Because you have the opportunity to understand and feel what's going on around you. I always say this: God gonna give you a sign. You gonna make a plan. God gonna give you a sign. He gonna laugh at your plans. That is always like that. Like you gonna be like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And God just like, yeah, I hear you, my boy, but that ain't how shit gonna go. But if you stay continuously working hard at the shit that you want to do, God gonna give you exactly what you want, but it's gonna be completely unexpected.
I love that. I love that so much. We often ask all our guests, because the code to winning insights you need today to seize the world tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's got a different definition, but what is your definition of winning?
My definition of winning is, I don't want to say true happiness. It's like another word I've been trying to use in replace of happiness. And I don't want to say comfortable either, but life, more so life fulfilling. That's my idea of winning. Are you fulfilled within life? Because we can make $1 million, $10 million, $20 million. I know so many millionaires and multimillionaires, and they just unhappy because their life is unfulfilled. So I would say my definition of code to winning is definitely being fulfilled within life.
Powerful, brother. If you could let our viewers know where they could get a hold of you for your business, and if they want to, get insight on how to become a better videographer, editor, and just a consultant, and let them know where they could reach out to you, and just like your Instagram handle as well, please.
Absolutely. Again, guys, my name is Matthew Cohn. The biggest thing that I want to give to you guys is provide you with the education on actually wanting to become a better content creator, wanting to become a better social media manager, and wanting to be a better consultant. So you can find me on Cohn's Graphics on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all social media platforms. Again, guys, the only way to achieve those dreams is to actually start by doing that shit. So just do it.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Cohn, the code to winning insights you need today to seize the world tomorrow.
Peace.
Thanks, brother.
That was fire. Oh my God.
Look at that. Yeah.
That's all you really needed, honestly, bro. Honestly, that's all you really needed, man.
Sorry we started late, man.
Hey, listen,
I
man.
appreciate your time. Being
I
here.
am gonna show
I
up to
really
some
appreciate
shit.
that, bro.
Cause this is fun. I love being able to do this. Like, people don't have opportunities to do shit like this, and you know, right?
They just don't.
They don't, nah. You got a kick-ass studio. You got kick-ass shit going on. Like, it's so fun to be a part of some shit like that.